This fight is 6 3-minute rounds in the professional division at a weight contract of 135 pounds and is brought to you by Barrio Fiesta. And now, the official fighter introductions. In the Supreme Menswear blue corner, he's 7-3-2 as a professional with 3 knockout wins. He's 33 years old and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. He weighed in at 133 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Monterrey, Mexico, please welcome Rutilo Romero. And his opponent in the red corner, with a 14-6 professional record, 4 by way of knockout. He's 34 years old and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. He weighed in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, please welcome Alvin Babyface Assassin. This bout is contested under professional rules. The referee in charge is Mr. Andy Social.
Andy Social will be in charge in this matchup between Rutilo Romero and Alvin Tam. Tam coming out of the red corner with the red and gold trunks. It's the pink and black trunks for Romero out of the blue corner. You see the height and distance of Romero, again known for his toughness across the board. And Alvin Tam punches with incredible power. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between these two. One known for having an incredible chin, one known for having incredible power.
Exciting to see Alvin Tam back in the Dakota ring. It's a man who brings 150 fans in attendance every time. He is the Igorot Warrior, a huge national pride of the Philippines, a fighter who is no stranger to tough fights, and he has one hell of one in front of him today. Rutilo Romero, known as a grinder, a guy who will stick in there, take punishment, and give as much back. So it'll be exciting to see this fight develop over 6 3-minute rounds.
When if you look at, of course, the pedigree of Alvin Tam, good body shot from Ruta and a good return on the left hand by Alvin Tam. You look at Alvin Tam, the former WBC Asian Boxing Council Continental Featherweight Champion, and he held that title back in 2012 and hit a bit of a skid in regard to his losing streak, but he has put that behind him against Lugano in his last fight, and now looking to put forth another big winning streak, and he will do so if he continues to punch like that. Lots of power coming from Alvin Tam.
Tam may not have the reach, but as you mentioned, he's got the power. So hopefully he's going to continue to press forward, but I hope Rutilo is here to fight, and he's got that smile on. I think this is going to be matched up to be one of the greatest fights of the night. And that is no small feat with the fights that we've had this evening.
Alvin Tam in tight, eating some shots from Romero to get one in return. Every one of Alvin Tam's fight, he does not throw that many jabs. He is a power puncher. Will throw the punches or throw the jabs to find range, but will exclusively deal in power punches when he gets in close.
He wants to hurt you. Alvin, as much as a nice guy, professional athlete, he wants to hurt his opponent with every single punch. But there's one to the body by Rutilo Romero that definitely left a mark on Alvin Tam. Great left by Alvin Tam, landed.
And a straight right coming from Ruta.
Great body shot, followed up by a straight jab there from Rutilo Romero. Nice short combination by Alvin Tam with the uppercut and that hook.
Both fighters landing with kind of equal ferocity. It's a difficult round to call.
Very difficult round to call.
Tough round to call opening up this one. Both fighters landed And both Jay and I thinking the same thing, that perhaps Rutilo Romero got the better of that one, just in the accuracy of the strikes and the fact that he was the more aggressive of the two fighters.
By a hair. By a hair.
Not by much.
Alvin definitely with the power strikes, but as you mentioned before, one of the things that I definitely like to look at, on again my unofficial scorecard, is the precision of the strikes. And I feel Rutilo Romero definitely landed the better of those in the first round, but there's a lot of work ahead of them and a lot of time to put in work. So Alvin's going to come out here, I have a feeling, with a bit of a flurry in front of him. And I think he's going to want to change the pace of this fight, or in a hurry in this second round.
As AlvinTam gets some final instructions from his corner, coming into round 2. Again, he looks in a lot better shape. I remember the one thing that I took from his fight against Perez, Jesus Perez, in which he was on the losing end of that one, was he looked to be out of shape. Even after round 1, he looked to be very tired. Here he looks in quite good shape, and perhaps this the AlvinTam that's carrying forward that winning tradition from his last fight.
Yeah, he definitely had some ring rust at that Jesus Perez fight. Definitely was not in the shape he wanted to be. But Jesus Perez, an incredible competitor we've seen a couple of times in the Dakota ring. So Alvin has got his work still cut out for him with Romero here. So I do, as we mentioned before, gave that first round to him, but Alvin's looking to make his own exclamation mark here early in the second.
Right hand that comes from AlvinTam, and a big power punch left that misses. Now an inside body shot as both fighters land inside.
That uppercut landed.
You hear some cheers from the crowd. Every time that AlvinTam lands, he has 150 people here just cheering away. Sold out here at the Deerfoot Inn Casino, and an uppercut that landed.
Left body shot with the uppercut combination. Beautifully executed by AlvinTam.
Left hand after a return, after a left body shot.
Another straight right. Rutilo tried to move around Alvin, regain that control of the center of the ring.
And Romero has fought both as a southpaw and an orthodox. He will switch it up.
Ooh, great straight right to the body, followed by that left hook by Romero.
Patience being shown by both fighters. Glancing blows off the top of AlvinTam's head, and that one hit the hip.
Beautiful. You can hear the cheers from the fans in this sold-out crowd.
Both fighters are landing to the body, and when they do land to the body, they're landing right on that belt line. It is close to being low. And there's a right hand that is not low because it lands right to the face of Romero from AlvinTam.
Very passionate crowd, which is something we love to hear and see.
I won't give you the Tagalog translation of that one.
Little taunt there by Romero, showing Alvin, come on, bring it on. But Alvin again, landing the strike. You saw the referee, Andy Social, call for him. Romero.
There's a right hand that lands from Romero, and that stunned AlvinTam very briefly.
Romero's got to be careful not to drop that head. He's going to get warned by Andy Social every time. You've got to keep that head up. Even when you're trying to do some body and head movement to get out of the way, you can't drop that head down.
And it was a great round there from both fighters, but that one, the advantage definitely going to AlvinTam. He landed the bigger of the shots. He was more aggressive in the round. You see the corner of Romero. They're discussing with him just how they would like this to go. And the timekeeper ever present, getting round 3 underway.
Alvin looking for a little bit of touch gloves there, and Rutilo not returning the favor. So Alvin returns his own favor with a straight right to the chin.
Right hand that lands, and some return combinations from Rutilo.
You know, Alvin, every punch is intending to hurt. He definitely drops that hand when he comes in hard with the swooping punches, and there's an example of Romero capitalizing on him dropping those hands.
And both landing. AlvinTam has a very tough chin as well.
Both fighters are tough and used to taking damage.
AlvinTam is a very stout fighter, and you see a lot of his power ends up coming from his hips. And he will throw in a lot of his punches. You'll see the footwork as he puts his hips into it, will turn his hips into every single punch.
Not quite sure what that was. It was a very odd angle from our perspective. Alvin seems to be okay. May have been an accidental touch of the head. Alvin calling for that touch of the gloves. And Romero doing, turning it off again.
The right hand that came from AlvinTam has been landing that right hand pretty effectively in this round.
Good head movement by AlvinTam. Great answer. Multiple combination of the body followed by that left hook.
Toe to toe, both fighters trying to create angles with the shoulders.
Ooh.
That exchange going to Romero.
You heard that one. Oh, huge shots landed by AlvinTam. Visibly rocked Romero for about half a second, but keeps his composure and back on his own assault.
There's a right hand and a second right hand that lands from Romero. Tam throws back. Romero again with a right hand. He's landed 3 good right hands in a short time. There's a short jab by AlvinTam.
Both fighters landing significant strikes each time. Man, this is a close one.
A punch lands to the body, a return from the head from the opponent on either side.
This is probably our closest contest so far tonight. Both fighters leaving their own exclamation point.
See, and I always ask this question about any time that you get hit really well, and a boxer will step back and say, hey, is that all you got? But all you're doing is indicating to the judges that you just got hit. And sometimes the judge can't see the angle, whether someone gets hit or not. And by giving them an indication, there's a right hand that rocks Romero. It's just, I've never understood it.
To me, I agree with you. It's acknowledging the shot to the judges. And although there may be some kind of a taunt you're trying to utilize against your opponent, ultimately it's the judges who are paying attention to that. And I agree, every time you taunt like that, saying, hey, it didn't hurt me, you're again acknowledging the fact that it hurt you. We have been thus far. Other than one, I think we've been on point throughout the night.
As you see, as we get on to round 4.
Oh, quick time called. Oh, forgot the mouth guard. That's an important piece of equipment that you just cannot proceed without. Andy Social doing a good job at recognizing that. You start to see a little bit of the damage forming underneath the eyes of Romero. Might be a bit of scar tissue that's swelling up from the years of being a professional boxer, but...
Left hand that lands. Nice setup by Tam. Good return by Romero, and then a right hand by AlvinTam. There's a good left hand from Romero, returned by 3 good punches that land from AlvinTam. An overhand right from Romero that lands. Now Tam coming back.
Every time the punishment is delivered, the opponent is responding, and that is what makes an exciting fight. This is one that the fans are definitely enjoying here this evening.
There's a knockdown punch, and that is a massive shot by AlvinTam. He caught Romero leading. Romero looking at his corner. He's up to 7, now 8, now 9. He's going to take the step up. Andy Social is going to have a look at him.
Oh, he is rocked. Andy Social's trying to make sure.
And that's an end.
It. When you walk the other direction, that is a clear sign. AlvinTam, the victor. Unbelievable fight.
An amazing left hand. It was the right followed by the left that ended that fight. AlvinTam catching him. An amazing shot by the assassin. Now showing it off right here. Why they give him that name. 2 straight wins for him, pushing his record to 15-6. And he landed 2 huge shots. And here the crowd in Calgary cheering on their hometown guy as AlvinTam with a phenomenal knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Stoschel stops the bout at 1 minute and 14 seconds of the fourth round. The winner by knockout in the right corner, Alvin Babyface Assassin Tam!
AlvinTam now officially has his record up to 15-6. And a great victory for him, and something that he thinks is definitely a stepping stone to continuing on his career and getting back into the conversation of one of the best fighters in the world.